it's its own issue that the way that they play with Kyrie is vastly different than the way they play without Kyrie. That's a problem, right, in and of itself.
What do you think Brad thinks? Like obviously this is bring as much talent to Boston. That's Danny's plan, and it's his job to bring them together. But you see what Brad does with these young guys, right? And they're all, they're spunky and they're fighters, and they almost go to the finals last year with all those injuries. And then the vets are in here and they're having trouble with the chemistry and all of that. You look at a guy like Doc Rivers, who seemed to manage those big personalities so well in Boston, but just not meant for a rebuild, and there is something to be said for, two different coaches for two different situations. And I wonder if, the star situation may be difficult for Brad. I mean, we can still talk about the Kyrie thing, but that's another piece of this, even though Brad kind of took it on his shoulders after the loss.
All right, let's talk about Brad. I'm not here to talk about, I'm not one, I don't see that Brad Stevens is the problem here. Okay. I don't think we see a guy show up here in 2014 and have the best coaching, effort, I think, for 2014 and 2018. Bottom line, best coach in the league in that time. Maybe we could say Steve Kerr did all right too, but let's just say that. And all of a sudden he forgets how to coach. I don't think that's it. And I don't think that he had Kyrie last year. He had Gordon Hayward last year.
I think he coaches better in a team.
Let me just hold on.
Okay,
Let me.
sure.
I'm going to get there. What I'm saying is, it's not that he forgot. I think it's the people who under him who forgot. I think this has got to go to the players. I think this has got to go to the people who are put in positions to do the job. I mean, he doesn't make them forget how to play pick and roll defense, lose a guy, and then have an open shooter in the corner. That's not on Brad. It's on the guys to want to play. You can't make, it's like the whole bringing the horse to water thing. He can't make them
wanted to play last year. All of them wanted to play last year. This is my point. Do you think that this whole dichotomy of the way that the roster is laid out and the fact that he's never really coached a star per se, right? He's coached a lot of budding stars. You could say Isaiah Thomas was a star, but that was an easy one because they couldn't get any offense without him. So they could just give him the ball. And there was a part of this team that was doing that with Kyrie last year, but then he got injured. And then this whole, what I would consider to be more unique to Brad, the way that the team would run the offense, like you said, starting the game without Kyrie is that's a Brad structure to an offense. I'm not sure that the Kyrie structure really fits Brad's coaching style and what the players are doing around that. The ball sharing is how Brad wants it to be. The only issue is to win a championship, in amongst all that sharing, somebody's still got to be a go-to scorer. So they still need a guy like Brad. A guy like Kyrie, that's where I think Brad is struggling. He doesn't know how to intermingle that, and he doesn't know how to keep these guys, and it could just be too much talent, too much age difference, and too much varied experience.